Hey y'all. Okay. So I had made a video the other day and I was debating about sending it out or not. But what I want to say here is like probably in the meantime, if I do whatever, I'll see. But I wanted to try to share really quick about the um kind of basing it off of that, a few things. I'm gonna try my best to like go really quick with it. Is what I'm trying to say. Um okay, so in November, I'm the one that was calling my dad in the ambulance, like saying, like, Dad, I remembered who he is. Like, he just busted my window last night. He dislocated my arm in August, and he's the one that beat up, and I said my son's name or whatever. And then, of course, like, still with the system. And then, so whatever was said. And then eventually I was like, we're not on different planets or universes, Dad. I'm in the back of the ambulance for them to take my blood and like saying I'm not going to get any explanations about this, and then me getting calls about the dislocated arm. Like I wouldn't have gone to the hospital if someone didn't dislocate it. Like I'm telling the people that are trying to collect the bill, like I told the cops, are they doing anything? No. Like, is that normal? Do you think that that's normal? I mean, like, and then I can't help that other people aren't getting it. And then, yes, that's what I was going to mention. I mean, yes, it was only a few years ago there was like realizing, wait, my country is affecting my ability to make money. And other people's money, or other people. Because, okay, yeah, so I meet the girl or the lady in the convenience store saying that they're supposed to be. And then a week and a half later I get pulled over. And then between that time and the other time, my stuff was not working. And then hearing about people, like, as if we didn't already know that they blocked stuff all these years since they, whatever. Anyways, and then so I go down there and I'm like, this is like the 10th time I'm here about this issue. And then trying to tell me to leave, and I was like, I'm not going to listen to your command. Like, I want to get back there. Like, I mean, this isn't confidence, it's courage. I mean, courage to know that, of confidence to believe in a higher power. But I'm the one that got my arm dislocated. I'm the one that got jerked around by the cops. And my daughter put in handcuffs. And my daughter beat up at school. While I was trying to ask, well, who's tracking our children? The day that I filled out a halt form on that same girl. And I have something planned, which I think is ridiculous that I have to do it like this. So after, in November, so I go, and I'm in the room. Like, okay, so I'm like, as much as I can be done with everybody, God, like, I'm done. I'm done with you too. Like, and I'm like, because I was like, this doesn't make sense, God. I'm still the one getting used and abused here. This doesn't make sense. Why? But anyways, so I was like, so they're not locked up. No one. Like, a few years ago when I had said something to my dad, and he's like, well, people are in prison for that. And, I mean, I'm standing there like, well, what about me? And then, like what, am I just too ugly or just too pretty for justice? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so I don't know how to look at some of this, because, anyways, okay, so I'm like, these are our workers, God. That's what I was telling God. Like, these are our workers, God. Like, I know I'm not going to be in here long because I'm not a threat to myself or society. Oh, that person's back at my apartment. So anyways, so then I'm thinking, because I was going from, I'm a blessing. Like, I was a blessing. And that's another thing. Like, I remember being a child, like, praying to God, like, can you just have me to, like, lay down and just not wake up? And I didn't even understand it. I'd be like, well, God, I mean, I have a loving mom and dad that love me, and why do I want to leave them? And then I didn't realize until I was 19. After, y'all, you do see that, right? After that happened. And they were more worried about that than making a report about what happened or taking me to the hospital. So yeah, I started realizing I'm just going to tell people, y'all didn't go through this abuse. I did. And then that's part of the video that I'll see if I want to share it or not. But anyways, okay, so I was really wanting to do a video to talk about that experience there. Okay, so I was thinking about that. I was like, yes, I was a blessing. I'm a blessing. I was a blessing. And then it finally dawned on me, like, you know, with God's help, and then I was like, oh, they're trying to play God. Like, I was like, yeah, people have said that. Like it finally dawned on me. I get it, you know. They're trying to play God. And then I thought, and they're trying to play with God, or, you know, or whatnot. So, and like, it just finally dawned on me, okay, thank you, God. I think I get, okay. But anyway, so, and then like, I was like, okay, like, and then like in the ambulance, I was telling my dad, I was like, well, I guess I'll just go to the hospital for them to take my blood, and I'll pray about it like I always have to. And so that's what I did. And then finally realized that. So anyways, and then so I was like, okay, well, it's like, I don't really remember what happened this morning or whatever, because I finally was just like, okay, God, like, well, what do I need to do? Like, and I'll eventually talk about a different, like, experience or whatever. But I finally was like, well, what do I need to do, God? Because these are our workers. I mean, and then I distinctly sensed hearing, get him out of your life. And I thought I heard Dixie too. Get him out of, sensed it, you know. Get him out of your life, Dixie. And then I was just like, okay, that's a wrap, God. That's over and done with. Like, but I got to get out of here to get to my apartment. To see, you know. Anyway, so maybe eventually I'll finish that part. But, like, I shouldn't have to debate or argue with anybody about my senses, you know. And years ago, yes, I was like, okay, God, I might not know if some of this is true or what's all going on here. And I was like, I'll probably be saying stuff I might shouldn't say or something. I don't know. Like, okay, God, have my back, you know. But, I guess eventually I'll talk about that. But yeah, so I was just like, yeah, God, but I said that last night. Like, not gonna have that person around or whatever, me anymore or whatever. So yeah, on that other thing, on the video, I'll see if I want to send it out. But this was another thing that, like, throughout the years, I would talk to people, and then I'd be like, did I bring his name up? And then I remember telling God, like, I guess there's a reason for me to hear about this person, you know. Oh yeah, and then I said, well, God, I kept him away long enough now, didn't I? Huh. All right, God bless. I'll see y'all soon.